Hey everyone, I have a story time today. It is about the time that I hired an artist to make my video intro and I did not get what I was asking for. I just want to make a quick statement that I'm not trying to bash her business or anything like that. This is just my personal experience with an artist that I found through TikTok. So on March 8th, I reached out to her through Instagram and told her, hey, I found you through TikTok. I love your work. What are your prices? She responds back the next day saying, hi, my rate is $350 for a 5-second animation, which is one scene and an outro with text. So we move forward with the project. The deposit was $250 and the remaining is after she finishes the project. I specifically told her I would like me with lashes in a lash studio with lash products and nail or press-on nail products. Everything else, I'll leave it up to you. At the end, please use Laura's Beauty Studio. After I send the deposit, she is asking me, do you have any specifics for the character design? So I go ahead and look through her work and I choose this girl that is putting on a face mask in a bathroom. After all that is done, I do ask her, I forgot to mention, am I able to have something move instead of a still picture? Because her other intro, they weren't moving at all. So by March 25, I asked her, hi, I wanted to check in and see if there are any updates on the project. Also, how many revisions am I receiving? She responds that same day saying, hi, I will have the draft for you next week. You will be able to make major revisions then and then minor revisions afterwards. So I'm like, okay. On April 2nd, I received a message from her through Instagram saying, hi, Laura, I am experiencing some personal delays. I will have your draft next week, and the project will be finished within 2 weeks of that. I appreciate your patience. I was getting annoyed because I thought the whole project was going to be done in 1 month, but in reality, it was going to be the draft that was completed in 1 month, and then after that, that's when the final product will be given to you within a few weeks. I guess I just wasn't expecting that. This was also my first time working with an artist, so I don't know. Something inside of me was just telling me that she didn't start on the project. Maybe that's what the personal delay really is. I don't know. So at the time that I was waiting, I kept seeing her pump out more complicated projects that have multiple scenes, multiple animations. I ended up reaching out to her saying, hi, Violet, sorry for the delayed response. Can I get a refund? I understand things come up and I'm sure you had a lot of projects in the queue before me. At this point, I'm not excited to see what the final results are of this project because I feel it has not been started yet after almost a month. Maybe in the future we could work on it again, but as of right now, I would like a refund. Thank you for understanding. Part of me was thinking that once I ask for a refund, things are going to go downhill. I knew at this point I wasn't going to receive what I'm asking for, and my gut instinct was right. You're looking at the intro right now. It didn't look like she took her time, especially since everyone else's projects and her personal projects look more detailed. Mine looked like she copy and pasted the template to change a few items. Like, why are there makeup products when I don't do makeup? Why are there strip lashes when I'm a lash tech? And why is the background a bathroom when I asked for a lash studio? So she tells me, hi, at this point, I'm already almost finished on the project, so it's not possible for a refund. I normally take about a month to finish the draft, and I did say this at the beginning of the project. I sincerely apologize for the delay, but I do have other projects I am working on, and at this point, it's not possible for a refund. So I reply back, and I'm like, okay, no worries. And then April 8th comes around. She still hasn't reached out or said anything, so I check in. I'm like, hi, when can I expect to see a draft this week? And she responds back the same day saying later this week, closer to the weekend. She ends up sending it the very next day. After that, 1 week has passed and I'm messaging her, hi, just checking in on the final product. It's been 2 weeks since the draft. And she responds back the same day saying, yeah, it will be done this week. And then she sends it to me later that day. Although I'm not happy with the whole experience, I did end up approving the project when she sent me the draft because I didn't want to continue working with her. I also felt that I was going to get a half-assed revision, so it's not worth it for me to wait longer for something that I may or may not have asked for. I wanted to mention, I'm not saying this is an easy job. I understand it's hard because you're staring at a screen all day and staying in one spot. I'm upset because she didn't give me what I originally asked for. I can't use this to make videos for my business, and if she was to make this right, I would appreciate it, but I would not work with her again. I'm going to include her other works and let me know what your thoughts are on this project. Just by looking at 2 of her works, you can clearly see the difference. I don't feel I'm a difficult customer. When she said it would take a month, I was okay with it until she said there's a personal delay. I expect things to be done on time. Overall, this might not be your experience, so I'm not saying to avoid working with her. My point is that the project is underwhelming, unusable, not what I wanted. After I paid the remaining amount, she didn't thank me or anything. $350 is not a small amount to me. This is a bad experience for how much that I'm spending to support your business and your art.